So for some reason, I can't hear you guys. I hope you can hear me. It's not even telling me. Okay. Okay, so we'll get started today in child's pose. So wide-legged child's pose to get more into the hips. Move your knees apart as much as is comfortable for you. Sit back on your heels and then start walking your hands forward. Gently planting your forehead on the mat. If your forehead doesn't touch the mat without your hips peeling off your heels, then plant a block or a cushion or something underneath your forehead. Reach your arms forward. Child's pose. Relax your entire body here for a couple of breaths. Take a deep inhale through your nose. Open your mouth and let it out. One more time. Deep inhale through your nose. Open your mouth and let it out. Now feel your lips breathing in and out only through your nose through the end of practice. Deep mindful inhales, long exhales. Start moving rolling your head from side to side, massaging your forehead here. Still staying in child's pose, maybe with your eyes closed, just massaging the forehead, finding that connection to your practice, finding the connection to the ground. Come back to the center, planting your forehead on the mat. Now actively reach your fingertips forward. So much so that your elbows are lifting up off the mat, reaching your fingertips forward even as you push your hips back to your heels. Feeling that stretch in your side body here. Take a deep inhale here. Exhale, relax everything down one more time. Staying here for about 4 breaths. Just noticing how your hips feel at the beginning of practice now. And then we gauge ourselves at the end of practice, no judgment. Just noticing, observing, and then letting it go. Take one last breath here. And then on your next inhale, lift up your forehead and walk your hands all the way over to the right. Your hands are going to come off the mat, reaching diagonally across with your left hand actively, expanding the left side of the body. Breathe into the left side, even as you contract the right side of the body. Plant your forehead back down if it's not already there. Slowly lift up your forehead, walk your hands all the way over to the left. Your hands are going to come off the mat, reaching with your right hand. Plant your forehead back down. Notice the expansion on the right side of the body. Breathe into the right side. All the separation in your right side ribs. Maybe getting a little bit into your lats, your mid-back. Slowly walk your hands all the way back to the center And then walk your hands back to your knees, sitting up tall. Bring your knees together. Sit back on your heels. On your next inhale, sweep both your arms up. Gaze up at your thumbs as you reach your fingertips up to the sky. Your palms meet. Exhale, palms come to heart center. One more time. Inhale, sweep your arms all the way up. Interlace your fingers. Press your palms up to the ceiling. Exhale, lean over to the right. One more time, expanding the left side of your body, breathing into the left. Inhale, slowly come back to the center. Exhale, lean over to the left. Now breathing into the right side of your body. Slowly come back to the center and release your hands down, tabletop. Roll onto your hands and knees. Separate your knees hip distance apart. Your knees are about below your hips and your wrists are right below your shoulders. Spread your fingers wide, index fingers pointing forward. Going to take a few cat cows. So on your next inhale, lift your tail up even as you drop your belly and gaze up towards the sky like a happy cow. Exhale as you tuck your tail in, round the back and push the mat away, gazing at your belly button, angry cat. Inhale, arch your spine, lifting your tail, lifting your heart up. Exhale, cat pose, tuck your tail in, press the mat away, belly button to spine, spine to ceiling. 3 more rounds like this. Move mindfully, starting from your tailbone all the way to your neck. Moving with your breath, opening your heart on your inhales and rounding on the exhales. Notice any tightness that you feel in your back. Maybe pausing there just for a second. And then after you finish your 3 rounds, come to a neutral spine. I'm going to do some spinal twists here. So bring your right hand behind your right ear. On your next inhale, you're going to open your right elbow all the way up to the sky. As you turn to the right, gaze up. Exhale, right elbow to left wrist. Twist it under, gaze to the left. Inhale, open, gaze up. Exhale, elbow to wrist. Inhale, open up to the right. Exhale, elbow to wrist. Inhale, open up to the right this time. Extend your arms, your fingertips reach up to the sky and hold it here in this open twist for 3. 3, 2. Last deep inhale as you reach your fingertips up to the sky. On the exhale, sweep the right arm underneath your left armpit. Drop your right shoulder and right ear to the mat. Press down on the back of your right hand. Use your left hand to twist a little bit deeper. You can stay here, or you can move your left arm to the front of the mat, or reach around for a half bind. Reaching around with your left hand to grab a hold of your right thigh. Breathe here for 3. 2. Last deep inhale here. Exhale it out. Plant your left hand back down if it's not there already. Reach your right arm up to the sky one more time on the next inhale. Exhale, right hand down to the mat. Let's make some hip circles here, big hip circles. So move your hands, one palm print forward. On your next inhale, you're going to sit back on your right heel, move your hips to the left, slowly come up, drop your belly, even as you gaze up, and then do it 2 more times. Hip to right, heel, left heel, slowly rolling up, dropping your belly, kind of like a cobra pose to gaze up. 1 more time to this side, right to left, and then opening your heart up when your hips drop. Slowly come back to tabletop. Move your hands back underneath your shoulders. Let's do the other side, the left side. So left hand to left ear. On your next inhale, open your elbow up to the sky to the left as you gaze up. Exhale, left elbow to right wrist. Twist it under. Inhale, open to the left. Exhale, twist. Inhale, open up to the left. Exhale, twist. Inhale, open up to the left. This time, extend your left arm up towards the sky. Reach your fingertips up. You're going to hold in this open twist for 3, 2. Last deep inhale as you reach your fingertips up. Exhale, sweep that left arm underneath your right armpit and drop your left shoulder and ear to the mat. Reach that left arm towards the right, press on the back of the left hand and use your right hand to deepen your twist. You can leave your right hand there, but if you took any other variation on the other side, do the same thing on this side, maybe reaching around with your right hand to grab a hold of your left thigh. Breathe for 3, 2, last deep inhale here. Exhale it out. Plant your right hand back down if it's not there already. Inhale, reach your left fingers up to the sky. One more time to the left. Exhale, plant your left hand back down. Hip circles to the other side. Move your hands one palm print forward. We're going to come into that semi-cobra pose as we move our hips back and then forward. Inhale. Sit back on your left heel, move it to the right. Slowly come up, drop your belly down as you turn your gaze up. 2 more times like that. All the way to the left to right. Slowly come up, drop your belly, gaze up. Last time, big circle, left to right. Drop your belly, gaze up, and slowly come back up. Sit back on your heels. Let's do some seated cat-cows. Just to stretch the soles of our feet. We are just going to do the cat-cows to distract ourselves here. So tuck your toes in, and you're going to sit back on your heels. Notice the deep stretch in the soles of your feet, and then forget about it. We are not going to think about it at all. So on your next inhale, interlace your fingers out in front of you. Press your palms away, round your back, tuck your chin in for take a deep inhale here. Exhale as you press your back to the back wall. Inhale, sweep your arms behind you as you open your heart and gaze up, seated cow, just like we did the tabletop cat cow. Exhale, sweep your arms forward, interlace your fingers, press your palms out to the front, send your back spine to the back wall. Inhale, sweep your arms behind you, open your heart, gaze up. Last time, exhale, send your arms forward, press your palms together, interlace your fingers, press your palms out, chin to chest. Slowly come up and tap your feet out. Did you notice the stretch in the soles of your feet? Were you bothered by it? And sit back down. Come back into your tabletop. And then let's take Anjaneyasana, a low lunge pose. So from here, you're just going to step your right foot forward in between your hands. If your knee is sensitive here, that's when you want to use that blanket underneath your knee, your left knee. So move your right foot forward so much so that you feel a good deep stretch in your left hip flexor. Still, you should be able to keep an open heart. If you find that you're collapsing, then use those blocks to lift yourself up. Slowly come up. Let's set up like a strong spine. So suck in your belly button and drop your tail down. Keeping all that engagement in your core, you're simply going to move your hips forward and down. One more time, notice the deep stretch in your left hip flexor. Fingertips come on the block. Reach your heart forward, runner's lunge, low lunge pose, Anjaneyasana. Stay here and breathe for 5, 4. If you find that you're not feeling any stretch in your left hip flexor, tuck those toes in and move the knee back a little bit more so that you feel a good stretch. I want you to feel a nice long, expand your hip flexor there on the left side. Let's take 2 more breaths here. Last deep inhale. Exhale it out. Now use your block. Plant your left hand on the block. If you don't need a block, that's fine as well. Reach your right fingers up again for that open twist like we did in the tabletop. Gaze up at the ceiling, getting into the hip flexor a little bit differently here. Three more breaths. Press down with the big toe side of your right foot to find your balance. And slowly come up, come back up. Now bring your right foot underneath your right knee so that you have a 90-90. So 90 degrees from your hip to your knee to your ankle on both legs. Inhale as you reach your arms up towards the ceiling. Press down with your right foot. If you want, you can tuck your back toes in. Exhale if you open twist to the right. Inhale, reach your fingertips up. Exhale, open twist to the right. Twist from the belly button, not just your arms. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, open arms wide to the right, twisting from the belly button, maybe gazing behind you if you have your balance. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, arms open wide as you twist from your belly button to the right. Last time, inhale, reach up. Exhale, open twist to the right. I have a challenge now for you. If you can, tuck your back toes in and lift straight up into a crescent lunge twist. Hold it here and breathe just for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop your back knee, drop your fingertips down to the mat and tuck your back toes now and sit all the way back onto your right heel. Left heel. Sitting all the way back on your left heel. One more time, stretching the sole of the left foot here. Extend the right leg forward, dig your right heel in, and actively move that heel towards your face, as if you're trying to draw a line in the sand towards your face. Again, you can use your blocks here. And if it bothers you, you can always come up for a little bit and sit back down if the back sole of the back foot is like too tight for you. Sit up tall, drag that heel towards your face, flex that foot, point the toes back. Stay here and breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, slowly come back up to your runner's lunge. You can keep blocks underneath your hands if you want. Runner's lunge, untuck your back toes, reach your heart forward. Exhale, tuck your back toes in and straighten both legs. Fold over your front leg, pyramid pose. Inhale, drop your back knee, open your heart up to the front. Exhale, lift up both legs, straighten both legs and fold over that front leg, pyramid pose. I'm going to do the same repetition 3 more times. So once you get the hang of it, you'll feel more comfortable. Inhale, drop your back knee, reach your heart forward, runner's lunge. Exhale, straighten both legs as you fold over your front leg, pyramid pose. 2 more times like that. Inhale, runner's lunge, open your heart up. Exhale, pyramid pose, fold over that front knee. Last time, inhale, runner's lunge. Exhale, pyramid pose. Now step that back foot to the front of the mat, come into a forward fold. Grab opposite elbow, ragdoll, sway from side to side. Shake your head, yes. Shake your head, no. And release your fingertips down to the mat. Inhale, press down with both feet as you slowly roll up, ragdoll it up to standing. Your head and your neck are the last things to come up. Exhale, roll your shoulder blades back and down. Standing up at the top of the mat, inhale, press down with both feet, find all four corners of your feet and reach your fingertips up to the sky. Exhale, palms come to heart center and down by your side. One more time, inhale, reach your fingertips up to the sky, interlace your fingers, press your palms up to the ceiling. Exhale, lean over to the right, breathing into the left side of your body. Notice the stretch going all the way down to your IT band here. Inhale, reach up to the sky. Exhale, lean over to the left. Breathe into the right side of your body. Press down with your right foot. Engage the right side of your body. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, swan dive, hinging at your hips, folding all the way down. Now you can grab the backs of your legs, your calf muscles here, and just allow your head and neck to be heavy. I'm going to stay here. It's a great pose if you want to stretch out your hamstrings after your run. Hamstrings, quads, your hips, they're all connected. So unless a forward fold bothers you, just stay here for 3 more breaths. Allowing your head and neck to be heavy. Elongating your spine down to the mat. Last breath here. On your next inhale, slide your palms up your shins, L shape here, reach the crown of the head forward. Exhale, again, slide your hands down the backs of your legs and allow your head and neck to be heavy, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, reaching the crown of the head forward, L shape, tuck in your belly button. Exhale, slide your hands down the backs of your legs and fold. Last time, inhale, slide your palms up your shins, reach the heart forward. Exhale, fold it all the way down. One more time, bend your knees a lot and slowly ragdoll it up to standing. Your head and neck will be the last things to come up. Exhale, roll your shoulder blades back and down. Inhale, reach your arms up, interlace your fingers, press your palms up to the ceiling. Exhale, lean over to the right, expanding the left side of your body. Notice, press down with your left foot. Notice all that stretch in the left side. Inhale, back up. Exhale, lean over to the left. Breathe into the right side, press down your right foot. Inhale, back up. Exhale, swan dive it, hinging at the hips and folding all the way down. Inhale, half lift, slide your palms up your shins. Listen, on the exhale, bend your knees a lot, plant your hands down and take it back to a high plank. Start off a push-up here. Spread your fingers wide, your index finger is pointing forward. You're going to suck in your belly button and squeeze your quads. A lot of contraction in the front side of the body. The back side of your body is open, especially your shoulder blades, because you're pressing the mat down, expanding the back side of your body. Hold it here and breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop your knees down, coming back into your tabletop. We're going to do the other side, the low lunge pose sequence. So setting up a tabletop, bring your left foot forward now. For that low lunge, this time you're going to get the right hip flexor. So maybe blocks underneath your hands if you need them, just like what you did. Maybe a cushion or a blanket underneath your knee. Move your right knee, tuck your toes in and move your right knee back so much so that you feel a nice long stretch in your hip flexor here. Low lunge Anjaneyasana, reach your heart forward. Blocks always help to elongate the spine. Stay here, send your attention to your right hip flexor and breathe into it for 5 breaths. 4, 3, 2, Last breath here. I'm going to take the open twist to the left. So plant a block, plant your right hand on the block and reach your left fingers up, opening up just like we did in tabletop. Open to the left, maybe gaze up at your left fingers, 5 breaths here. Getting into your hip flexors a little differently. And release. Now you're going to come up, and then bring your left knee right below your, right on top of your left ankle, 90-90 here, knee to hip to ankle here. We're going to take those twists to the left this time. Tuck your toes in if you need more stability, or maybe challenge your balance by leaving your toes untucked. Inhale, reach your fingertips up to the sky. Exhale, twist from the belly button and open your arms wide to the left, maybe gazing behind you. Inhale, reach up to the sky, elongating the crown of the head up to the sky. Exhale, open twist to the left, gaze behind you. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, open wide. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, open wide. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, open wide. Inhale, reach up. Now on the exhale, you're going to drop your fingertips down, tuck your back toes, and sit back on your right heel this time. So sitting back on your right heel, you're going to try and see if you can stay here for a few breaths. You're trying to get into your left hamstring. So dig your left heel into the mat. Flex those left toes, point them back towards your shin, and try like imagining drawing a line in the sand towards your face with your left heel. So that engagement in your left leg to get into your hamstring. For 5, 4, 3, blocks underneath your hands is fine. 2, 1, slowly come back up. We're going to take that twist again. We're going to see if we can come back into a crescent lunge. So tuck your back toes in, reach your fingertips up to the sky, lift the back knee up and twist to the left. Hold it here just for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly come back up. Drop your back knee, runner's lunge, blocks underneath your hands if you want. You're going to do that runner's lunge to pyramid pose. Inhale, open your heart up. Exhale, straighten both legs as you fold over your left knee this time. Inhale, runner's lunge. Drop your knee, open your heart up. Exhale, straighten both legs and fold over your front leg. Inhale, open up, runner's lunge. Exhale, straighten both legs, fold over that left knee. Inhale, drop your back knee, open your heart up, runner's lunge. Notice the stretch in your right hip flexor. Exhale, pyramid pose to get into your left hamstring. Last time, inhale, open your heart up to the sky. Exhale, fold over your front leg. Step that right foot to meet your left foot at the front of the mat. Grab opposite elbows, taking a ragdoll again, ragdoll pose. See if you can go a little bit deeper this time by lifting your sit bones up and allowing your head and neck to be heavy. Sway from side to side. Shake your head, yes. Shake your head, no. Now drop your right fingers in front of your nose. Reach or maybe use a block. Dropping your fingers on the block. Reach your left fingers up, twisting from the belly button again, opening up to the left. Breathe. You can keep a slight bend in your right knee. That helps stretch your left hamstring a little bit more. 2 more here. And release, drop your left fingers down, reach your right hand up. Maybe bending your left knee to get into your right hamstring. Gaze up, open twist. One more here. And release, bend your knees a lot and slowly ragdoll it all the way up to standing on your inhale. Head and neck come up last. Exhale, roll your shoulder blades back and down. Inhale, reach your fingertips up. On the exhale this time, open your arms wide like a cactus. Reach your heart up, baby back bend. Inhale, reach your fingertips up. Exhale, cactus arms, baby back bend. Gaze up at the sky. Inhale, reach your fingertips up. Exhale, cactus arms, baby back bend. Inhale, reach your fingertips up. Exhale, hinge at the hips and fold it all the way down, Uttanasana. Inhale, half lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Listen, on the exhale, bend your knees, plant your palms, take it back to that start of a push-up now, plank pose. Again, spreading the fingers wide to push the mat away, spreading your shoulder blades wide. Tuck in your belly button, squeeze your quads. Breathe here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop your knees, squeeze your elbows by your side as you come all the way down to your belly. Coming onto your belly, wiggle your hips out. We're going to take half frog, Ardha Bakasana. But let's start with some abdominal stretches. So bring your elbows right underneath your shoulders for Sphinx pose. Your forearms are parallel to each other. Again, spreading your fingers wide, press your forearms down and drag your chest through between your forearms isometrically. You're imagining kind of like opening up the gateway between your arms and pressing your chest forward. Keep your gaze to the front, a little bit to the front to keep your neck neutral. So you don't want to look down or look up, but keeping your neck neutral here in Sphinx pose. Notice the stretch all the way down to your abdomen. Notice the contraction in your back. So always feels good to stretch something after you've squeezed and contracted it. So the best way to imagine this is as you're stretching in Sphinx pose, let me explain how it feels to kind of relax and stretch after a contraction. Like if you squeeze your palm together, like you make a fist and squeeze, and then relax, that stretch feels a lot better than simply just opening your fingertips up wide. So that's why we do a lot of strengthening and contraction before we stretch our muscles out. Take one more breath in Sphinx pose, strengthening your back muscles here. Now tuck your back toes in, press your elbows down, come up into dolphin plank. Just like the plank pose, you want to press the mat away with your elbows, slight rounding in your upper back, shoulder blades separating, keeping your belly button sucked in, keeping your quads active for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release, coming back to your Sphinx pose. Relax the tops of the feet down, wiggle your hips out. 2 more rounds, Sphinx to dolphin plank, elbow plank or dolphin plank. Second round, tuck your toes in. On your next inhale, lift your hips up. If this is not easy, drop your knees straight down, still keeping all that engagement in your belly button and your quads. Hold it here, keep pushing the mat away, lifting yourself up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Coming back to your Sphinx pose, relax the tops of the feet down, drag your chest through, breathe. Breathe into your belly button. Last round, tuck your toes in, lift your hips straight up, squeeze the back side of your body, your glutes, your quads, your front side of your body, your belly button. Breathe. 2 more breaths. You can do it. Drop your knees straight down if it gets tough. Last breath. And release. Stack one forearm on top of the other. Rest your forehead on your forearm. Relax your entire body completely. Breathe here. Maybe wiggle your hips out. Notice your back relax. Slowly come up. You're going to leave your left forearm parallel to the front edge of the mat. Going to take half frog pose to get into our quad stretch here. So reach back, grab a hold of the big toe side of your, reach back with your right hand to grab a hold of the big toe side of your right foot and press that heel down to the outside of your hip. Pointing your elbow up, Ardha Bekasana, half frog pose. Notice the deep stretch that you feel in the front of your legs, your quad muscle. Keep pressing both hips down. Keep pressing your right heel to the outside of your right hip, maybe to your right hip or slightly outside it. Breathe. 3 more breaths. And release. Wiggle it out. Now bring your right forearm parallel to the front edge of the mat. You're going to reach back with your left hand. Grab a hold of the big toe side of your left foot and bring that left heel into the outside of your left hip, pointing your elbow up. Breathe into that left quad muscle here. You may notice that one side is tighter than the other, quite normal for all of us. Usually the dominant side is tighter and it is a little bit stronger as well. Last breath here. Go ahead and release that foot. Again, planting your left forearm down in the front of the mat. Relax your forehead on your forearms. Wiggle it out. Wiggle your hips out. Hands come right underneath your shoulders, and the next inhale, tuck your toes in, press straight up into a plank pose. Coming straight, pressing straight up from the ground into a plank pose like you did a push-up. Exhale, lift your hips up for a downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Bend your knees a lot. Press the mat away to bring your chest almost close to your thighs. And then straighten your legs, drop your heels down. They may or may not touch the mat. Keep pressing the mat away. Keep lifting your sit bones up. Staying here just for 3. For 2. Notice the full body stretch for the last breath. And next inhale, bend your knees a lot. Look up towards the front of the mat. Press the mat away from you, bringing your chest to your thighs, and like a rabbit, hop forward between your hands. Inhale as you gaze up towards the front, half lift. Exhale as you fold down. Bend your knees a lot. Inhale, ragdoll it up all the way to standing. Exhale, roll your shoulder blades back and down. Just one standing balance pose before we go down on the mat for our seated stretches, final stretches. So pre-pose, just to open up that hip here. So I'll turn and face you. You're going to not drop that. You're going to start with the right leg up. You're not going to drop that right foot to the mat until I tell you to do so. Strengthening the left leg, finding our balance on the left foot. So spread the toes of your left foot. Press down the mat, bring your right knee up. Open the right hip up to the side. Now plant that foot either below or above your knee, not on your knee, or maybe using it as a kickstand on the mat. Your choice. Avoiding pressing your knee. Press your standing leg, your left thigh into your right foot just as much as you're pressing your right foot into your left thigh so that you don't have sassy hips. Standing up tall through the left side of the body. Bring your hands to your heart. Use your drishti, your gaze to find your balance. Use your breath to find your inner focus. And when you're ready, grow your tree. Maybe reaching your arms up, reaching your arms behind you. Any sort of tree that you want. Breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2. Last breath here. Hands come back to heart center. Now bring that right knee out. Don't drop that right foot. And then kick that right leg away from you, pressing the heel away from you for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And slowly release, gently release that foot. Shake it out. Other side, rooting down with your right foot now. Bring your left knee up. Open the left hip out and plant that left foot exactly where you planted the right foot, like either above or below your knee, or using it as a kickstand. Just choosing the same option that you did on the other side. Standing up tall this time through the right side of the body, no sassy hips. Hands come to your heart center. Use your drishti to find your balance. And then grow your tree. Maybe a different variation of the tree now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands come back to heart center. Don't drop that left foot. Bring that left knee out in front and kick that left leg out. Hold it here and press that heel out for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly, gently drop that foot down. Shake it out. Going to come into a low squat, yogi squat. Just for a breath before we go into butterfly pose. So take your feet as wide as the mat. Toes are pointing out. Reach your arms forward. You're going to start squatting slowly. So we're going to squat quarter ways down, halfway down, and then all the way down. So reaching your fingertips out, send your hips back and squat down. Like you're sitting in a chair. Keep pressing your knees out so that knees are right on top of your ankles. Keep sending your hips back, reaching your heart forward. Stay here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop your hips down even lower. Your thighs are parallel to the mat. Now stay here. Breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop it all the way down, coming into yogi squat. If this is not easy for you, just sit your bum down. Elbows land inside your knees. Push your knees wide, even as you press your knees into your elbows. Kind of like a spring action going on here. Palms come to the heart center. Drop your tail down. Reach the crown of the head up. You can also sit on a block. And just put the block underneath your bum and sit on a block. But sitting up tall with an elongated spine here. Breathe. Let's take an open twist to the left. So right hand on the outside the mat, diagonally across, reaching your left hand up for an open twist. And then change sides, left hand to the outside of your mat on the right, on the left side, reaching your right arm up, open twist. Switching sides one more time, opening up to the left. Opening up to the right. Last time, this time, let's hold, opening up to the left for 3, 2, 1. Plant your left hand down, open up to the right for 3, 2, 1. Come back to the center, drop your hips down, butterfly pose. Bring the soles of the feet together. Using your thumbs inside the arches of your feet like a book. Open up your feet. Sit up tall one more time. Flap your wings. If you're finding that when you're sitting on the mat, your back is rounding, the best way to kind of elongate your spine is to sit on the edge of a folded up blanket, how much ever height you want to take, so that your pelvis is kind of tilted forward and you can sit up tall. So sitting up tall here, either on a blanket or on the mat, keeping your core engaged. Take a deep inhale as you reach the crown of the head up. Exhale as you round your back. Relax your back, bring your forehead to your toes. Breathe here. Getting a little bit into your hips here, but also into your back, because you're trying to relax your back, rounding your back as you bring your forehead to your toes. Take about 3 breaths here. And slowly roll up. Remove the blanket if you have it underneath your hips. Grab the backs of your thighs and slowly round your back as you roll all the way down to your mat. Bring your knees in with you. Hug your knees to your chest. Give them a tight squeeze. And then rock from side to side, massaging your back. Good self-massage here. You should feel good in the back side of your body. Plant your feet down. Just 3 rounds of bridge pose. So we'll do 3 bridges, hold it on the 3rd time. So graze the backs of the heels with your longest finger, your feet are hip distance apart. The reason we graze the backs of the heels with the longest finger is in yoga, we want to stack our knees on top of our ankles. So this kind of gives us a good gauge of that. So on your next inhale, press your feet down, press your palms down, and send your hips straight up. Squeeze your belly button and imagine that straight line from your knees to your hips, to your shoulders. Take a deep inhale here. Exhale, lower it down. Vertebrae, vertebrae. Tailbone comes down last. One more time, inhale, press your feet down, and then lift your hips straight up, shooting your tail forward, shift your weight to your shoulders. Exhale, lower it down, vertebrae, vertebrae. Tailbone comes down last. Last round, this time we're going to take our arms overhead as well and hold it for 3 breaths. Inhale, press your feet down, lift your hips up, reach your arms up, and then over your head, biceps come by your ears, stay here, keep pressing your hips up for 5. Sorry, I lied, 5 breaths, 4, 3, keep shooting your tailbone forward, squeeze your glutes, 2, last deep inhale here. Exhale, as you sweep your arms down, lower it down, vertebrae, vertebrae. Tailbone comes down, your arms come by your side. And then take your feet as wide as the mat, windshield wiper your legs from side to side. Just to relax your low back here in case you overextended it. Bring your feet in again. And then take your right ankle on top of your left thigh for a figure 4 stretch. Press your right knee away from you. Keep that right foot flexed. Kind of like flexing the toes back towards your shin. You can stay here. Keep pressing your right knee away from you. If this is a good enough stretch on your outer hip, stay here. If you want more, you can grab the back of your leg, bring that left knee in. You can keep that left foot relaxed, but keep the right foot engaged. You can also grab the outside of your left leg and your shin and bring it in. supine figure 4 stretch, supine pigeon. It's a good IT band stretch. Good stretch if you have sciatica and if you're having a lot of pain from sciatica. Keep your shoulders relaxed. And go ahead and drop that left foot down. Now you're going to slide your left leg over your, your right leg over your left leg, like you're a lady sitting in a chair, crossing your legs, and drop both knees to the left. Turn your gaze to the right as you extend your right arm out. Supine twist, you're stacking your right hip on top of your left hip, twisting from the lumbar spine. Open your heart up and relax your shoulders down. Close your eyes, you're at the top of the hill. Just a few final stretches here before we get to take our Shavasana. Slowly come back up. Unravel your legs. Plant your right foot down. Now we're going to take the figure 4 stretch on the other side. So planting your left ankle on top of your right thigh. Take the variation that you took on the other side. Press your left knee away from you. Flex that left foot. Toes point back towards your shin. Stay here. If this is the extent you went on the other side, you'll notice that one side is a little bit tighter, but I still want you to attempt bringing the knee in if you did it on the right. Or is it the left? Anyway. So grab a hold of the back of your thigh or over your shin, whichever variation you took on the other side. Relax your shoulders down, press your left knee out. Breathe into your piriformis, breathe into your outer hip here. One side may be a little or a lot tighter than the other side. Just notice, observe. There's nothing wrong with that. All of us are very, very asymmetric in how we are built. Even our faces are asymmetric on either side. So perfectly fine. No judgment, just kind of noticing that one side is tighter. And drop that right foot down. Slide your left leg over your right leg, like a lady sitting in a chair with legs crossed. Drop both knees to the right this time and turn your gaze to the left, relaxing your shoulders down again. You're twisting from the lumbar spine, stacking your left hip on top of your right hip. Close your eyes, enjoying the supine twist. Slowly come back up. Unravel your legs. Bring both knees into your chest one more time to give them a tight hug and squeeze. Take a deep inhale through your nose. Exhale, forehead to knee crunch into a tight ball, lifting your tailbone up. Hold it here in the tight ball and take a deep, deep inhale. One more inhale. And hold that breath for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and exhale it out, release. Shavasana, your final resting pose. Extending your legs out wide or bringing them into a supine butterfly. Allow your ankles to drop open. If you're taking a supine butterfly, just make it a very relaxed, heels far, far away from your groin. Open your arms wide, palms face up. Now tuck your chin in, lift your head up off the mat, tuck your chin in and drop the back of the head to the mat. Some of us, when we sleep, have this weird arch in our neck. So resting comfortably on the back of our head. Close your eyes down. Return to your natural breath. No more controlled breathing now. Notice the soft rise and fall of your belly. Soft breath, soft face, soft belly. Just turning inwards now to notice how you feel. How do your hips feel now towards the end of class? Staying here in silence for a couple of minutes. I'll let you know when it's time to start moving again, but until then, just staying here in this room, not leaving the room, and then noticing how you feel. Surrender to gravity, becoming really, really heavy.